So you told me about there's some practice that you guys do in Rinzai school that uses statues, Buddhist statues. Yeah, I'm very curious since my documentary about the Buddhist sculptor of Japan. So, please tell us.
Yeah, and that's why I was very curious about your project also. It's very fascinating to me. So not from a scholarly standpoint, or not from the standpoint of studying the symbolism of the iconography and the different statues and the different mudras and what they're holding and those kind of things. From the standpoint of a practitioner, the Buddhist artwork is showing us something about our own bodies. Very concrete, very practical information about how we should practice. To give you some example, I think, for example, of a Neo statue. Yeah? And the Neo statue, not many statues, but the Neo we can see because they have no garment. It's usually the bare chest. Yeah? You can see that the belly, the hara, has a particular shape, very fullness. So we could say that's a statuary convention or artistic convention. But from the standpoint of a practice, it's showing us a particular way that we have to train our own breathing in Zen to make the practice come alive. What we call the tanden soku, the breathing which is focused on the energy center in the navel. When we do that practice, very interesting. If we do that practice, the body starts to change physically, and eventually the hara, the belly, looks like the statue. So, the navel points a particular direction, and the fullness is there, and it's quite interesting. So the statue for us, it has a kind of code. This is how you have to use your body. It's showing us particular points about the physical side of Zen practice. So that's one thing. The other thing is the energetic vibration. Again, we use the word ki. Different statues have feeling. Some are very intense and wrathful. Some are very peaceful, like a Shakyamuni Shakyamuni Buddha. For us, the statues are giving us a particular vibration that we have to catch with the body. If we can do that, then it supercharges the practice. So, for example, if I see a statue of Furomyo or Neo or those wrathful guys, they're showing me what kind of energy I need to do Zen practice. The Buddha statue, Shakka Nyorai, is the goal of the practice. But the Furomyo is showing the energy we need to do the path of the practice, to cut through our own delusion. So if we know how to use the statues, not just looking with the eye and thinking about them conceptually, but if we know how to view them with the body, we can catch the vibration from the statue. I'll give you an example. There's a very nice Furomyo statue in Chicago, in the Art Institute there. I think Kamakura period, so very nice. Yeah, it's not so big, maybe, I don't know, this big. But if you stand in front of that statue and you look in the eyes of the statue and you open your body and you still your concentration and you know how to join with it, the statue will change your own vibration. You will feel completely transformed because of the energy coming out from the statue, which is originally from the artist, I believe. Yeah? So that's how we use those things. They're not just symbols. They're not just some object separate from us, but we're using them as mirrors to teach us about how to do the practice, how to do the breathing, how our own bodies should transform. We're also using them to catch the energy from them. Just like a shodo, a good piece of shodo, if it's in your room, good master artist, you might feel different if you spend time around it because a vibration is coming. So for me, for us, that's the more deep use of the statuary. I think most people, they view it as a symbolism. The statue represents compassion, or this, or this, or this mudra means this or this. But for us, it's more practical, how we use it in the practice, how our own body should start to change, and also how can I become a Fudo? How can I catch that energy? not just look at it, how can I become? Energy of Fudomyo, compassion of Shakyamuni or Kanon. That is how we use those things. So I'm sorry for a long explanation.
No, this is wonderful. Wow, this was such an eye-opening experience. So I didn't know that, we can actually see the statues in this way. I'm very thrilled that, I had you today. I'm sure like a lot of people had no idea. Great.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Great statue, you can feel it. Great statue, it transforms your mind, it transforms your body. And that's why for us it's so useful. So it's such a useful tool for practice to have on the Butsudan, that kind of wonderful art, because it's showing us our own potential.